Hey everybody, Scott with Havewoodwillturn. Hey, so today, super excited, we're going to be doing a bench with curved legs. We're not going to do any type of bending to those legs to get that curve. We're going to make a template, we're going to trace it, and then we're going to cut it. Let's get after it. Okay, so let's talk about the template for a minute. See us walk through it, but a couple of key points that you'll see us doing. I'm putting a 5-gallon bucket on there, and that is to get the radius of the turn that we want. So we're doing this based on a picture that was sent to us, and so what we're trying to do is just match what the customer wants. What we ended up using was a garbage can lid, which had the largest radius, and we drew 2 lines that went across and 2 lines that went up in the shape of an L, and then we connected those, each one of those with the garbage can lid, and then that moved us on to cutting it, tracing it. Okay, so what we're doing here is we are making a table, a bench. This will be the top of the bench over here. It's already got its first coat of linseed oil. Look at that gorgeous piece of wood. So, and that's actually the bottom. The top is this right here. Okay, the natural edge there. So, okay, so that's gonna be the top, and then we come over here, and this right here is going to be the base. So what we're doing is we're building the legs, and there's kind of 2 schools of thought. Can we bend them? Yes. Can we cut them? Yes. We're gonna cut these. So now we're grabbing a shorter stick that can give us a little bit of curve that we want, and then we're going to make a template out of that piece of plywood, and then we are going to go from there. We're going to cut several.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's a pretty good. Yeah, I think that I like that. Here, you want me to draw it?
It'll attach, well, I'm going to clamp it into the right spot, but this way it'll attach on the top, you know?
Yeah.
And it has a flat. Yeah, go ahead and give her the old. If you can.
Just wanted to tweak it a little bit. Okay, so now it's time to trace it. Now that we've cut out our template, we're going to take our slabs. We're going to put it on the slabs. One thing that we noticed is that when you're putting it on the wood, if you're just stacking them, that would be great if this was a sheet of plywood, but it's not. It's a slab, and so we're working with limited space. And even though it was larger than the feet should be, that became very difficult because of the grain selection that we wanted. We basically could only put 2 on top of each other, and then we had to flip it over and then put 2 there, which left us with a big square right in the middle that we didn't use for the bench. Now we're going to be able to use that for other things like charcuterie boards and maybe little projects that can be done, and it's super figured, so it won't be a problem, and it'll be some fun projects that we can do later. But those are just some of the thoughts that we had when cutting out of a slab. You just got to take into account wood placement and making sure that you don't put it on any defects such as knots or whatever, because this will be structural. Okay, next thing is it's time to cut it out. All right, so we have made the template, we put it on the wood, we've traced it, and I think you'll be able to see inside there. We actually tried to cut it out with a jigsaw, right? Well, the limitation with a jigsaw is the depth of the cutting blade. So as it goes down, just like a sewing machine, if it doesn't go down through all the way through that upper cut, then you can't use it. So that's what we found out. This is a little bit thicker than that cutting. So we pulled out our beam saw and we basically cut up into different parts. And now I'm at the other shop in my house, and we're going to be cutting up, cutting those things up on the bandsaw. So let's get after it. You see right here, this bracket right here is going to be the top bracket. This is out of curly maple, by the way. It's insane. It's beautiful. I don't know if we're going to see the grain that much because of the way we're cutting it, but it is pretty awesome grain. But essentially what we're doing is, this is the top bracket that'll feed into it, and then these are the legs, and this is the part that'll actually hit the ground. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cut these out, and then we're going to glue those up and make a wide piece of wood on each side that will go down as 2 separate feet that will look as one continuous piece. So let's get after it. So you see right here, I got to split that line perfectly right here. Okay, over here, it's not so bad because I have a little bit of room. But anyways, let's get after it.
Well, that's all we have for today. Thanks for taking some time to customize it with Havewoodwillturn. As always, like, subscribe, and share. Have a great one.